Mr. Dat was born into a poor family in Ninh Binh, where daily meals were always a concern. His mother was a diligent housekeeper, taking care of the family, while his father worked hard but earned just enough to survive. During the scorching summer days, he and his siblings would go to the fields to help the family, from planting rice to tending the buffalo, taking part in all the heavy labor. Despite his young age, Mr. Dat learned to be diligent and frugal, as the family didn't have enough money for everything. Day after day, he felt the hardship of life, but it was precisely these experiences that shaped his perseverance and endurance. However, due to their difficult circumstances, Mr. Dat's education was interrupted. The morning classes were no longer a priority. Instead, helping the family became his focus. He always secretly hoped to change his situation, but it seemed like everything was too much for a child like him. Deep inside, he dreamed of escaping poverty and living a better life. Because his family was so poor, Mr. Dat could not continue his education. At the age of 15, he decided to drop out of school and started working to support his family. From the simplest jobs like being a laborer carrying goods to selling at the market, he did them all. Despite the hard and exhausting work, he never gave up because he understood that it was the only way to survive through these tough times. During those years, he met many people from all walks of life, from laborers to contractors. From them, he learned many valuable lessons about life, making a living, and unfulfilled dreams. It was also during these times, while helping at construction sites, that he heard stories about the construction industry, materials, and especially stories about ceramic tiles. He realized that this was a promising field where he could attach himself to in the future. After many years of struggling through various jobs, Mr. Dat decided to explore the construction industry further. Working on construction sites, he noticed that ceramic tiles were not only an important building material but could also bring in substantial profits. In one conversation with a contractor, Mr. Dat was introduced to various types of tiles and how they were transported and distributed for construction projects. From there, he began to research the industry and slowly developed an entrepreneurial idea. At first, he simply thought he would take on a side business to have a more stable income. However, as he dug deeper, he realized this was an opportunity to change his life. He began looking for suppliers of quality tiles, learning how to operate a business distributing construction materials. Though he had little capital, he believed that if he seized the opportunity, things would gradually improve. With determination and belief in his future, Mr. Dat borrowed money from relatives and friends to purchase his first batch of tiles for sale. Although he had basic knowledge of the construction industry, stepping into the real world made him realize that nothing was easy. The ceramic tile market already had large competitors, and competing with them was a major challenge. From the very beginning, Mr. Dat faced many difficulties. The lack of stable customers made it impossible to recover his capital, while competitors relentlessly tried to push him out. Nevertheless, he did not give up. In fact, he became even more determined. He worked harder, searching for every small opportunity to build his first customer base. During those days, he worked non-stop, even nearly exhausting himself. At the outset, Mr. Dat understood that to survive and gain customers, he needed a unique strategy. First, he decided to sell tiles at lower prices than his bigger competitors while committing to deliver products to customers' locations. Although the profit margins were low, through hard work and maintaining a good reputation, he gradually built solid relationships with his first customers. Over time, these customers became loyal patrons, They not only returned to buy more but also introduced him to others. It was these customers who helped Mr. Dat overcome the early challenges. He realized that trust and long-lasting relationships with customers were key factors in maintaining and growing his business. After some time of perseverance and hard work, Mr. Dat had accumulated a small amount of capital and valuable experience. Thanks to his loyal customers and stable tile supply, he was motivated to expand his business. He began to source new tile designs, not just focusing on common types, but also importing high-end products to meet the diverse needs of his customers. To meet the growing demand, he decided to expand his warehouse in his hometown. With a larger space, he could store a significant amount of tiles and easily supply customers in nearby areas. He also started signing contracts with construction contractors, who became key partners in providing materials for large projects. From here, his business began to make significant progress. Not only was he supplying tiles for small residential projects, but he also expanded into larger projects such as urban developments and public works. He realized that when the company grew, work became much easier, creating greater opportunities. Though there were difficulties in expanding, thanks to his experience and strategic approach, Mr. Dat successfully built a strong local brand. A major opportunity came to Mr. Dat when a large contractor in the construction industry contacted him to sign a contract to supply tiles for a large-scale urban development project. This was a significant turning point in his career, as the contract value was substantial and could bring in huge revenue. However, facing such a great opportunity also presented a big challenge, as he had to ensure product quality and meet strict delivery deadlines. With determination and thorough preparation, Mr. Dat accepted the opportunity and began working on the project. To meet the project's requirements, he had to invest in facilities, upgrade warehouses, and expand production scale. This required him to raise more capital and manage relationships with suppliers. Though under immense pressure, Mr. Dat never stopped trying, ensuring product quality while maintaining timely delivery. The result was that he successfully completed the contract, delivering the products to customers on time and achieving high customer satisfaction. This success not only strengthened his relationship with the partners but also created a significant ripple in the market. His revenue skyrocketed, and he became a familiar name in the construction industry. After succeeding in supplying tiles for large projects, Mr. Dat realized that to sustain long-term growth, he needed to build his own brand. Recognizing the enormous potential in the construction materials industry, especially ceramic tiles, he decided to establish a company to produce tiles under his own brand. He began designing a logo, creating a brand identity system, and developing a clear marketing strategy. With his prior experience, Mr. Dat focused not only on providing high-quality products but also on customer service and brand reputation. He understood that building a strong brand would help his company overcome challenges and create long-lasting trust with customers. What stood out was that Mr. Dat always maintained good relationships with industry partners, especially large contractors. He continuously improved product quality, expanded tile lines, and sought the best suppliers. Although his brand was still young, thanks to the right strategy and commitment to quality, his business gained attention from potential partners and customers. After a period of rapid growth, Mr. Dat's company started facing significant challenges. The rising cost of raw materials caused production costs to soar, while the market became more fiercely competitive than ever. Larger competitors constantly introduced price reductions and promotions to attract customers, putting immense pressure on Mr. Dat. Instead of worrying, Mr. Dat decided to face these challenges with creative strategies. He optimized production processes to reduce costs, while diversifying his product line to meet the growing demands of customers. He also focused on building strategic partnerships, working with reputable contractors to ensure his products would always have a solid place in the market. To overcome the crisis, Mr. Dat invested in modern technology to improve production efficiency, minimize errors, and save costs. Gradually, his products became more widely recognized and gained a solid foothold in the hearts of customers. With determination and the right strategies, Mr. Dat overcame this difficult phase and continued to grow his business. When his company stabilized and developed strongly locally, Mr. Dat decided to expand into a larger market. He started building a bigger production plant to meet the increasing demand and partnered with international partners to increase supply and improve product quality. Not only did he distribute within the country, but Mr. Dat also decided to introduce his products into large shopping centers and export them to international markets. This was a strategic move, helping him expand his brand beyond borders. Mr. Dat leveraged international relationships, finding foreign partners to export his products and open up new development opportunities. The appearance of his branded ceramic tiles in major shopping centers and international projects helped him establish a global presence. Thanks to improved quality and effective expansion strategies, Mr. Dat not only conquered the domestic market, but also reached international markets, building a strong empire in the construction materials industry. With the remarkable development of his business, Mr. Dat became one of the most prominent dollar millionaires in the construction industry. His annual revenue reached hundreds of billions of VND, and his company had a presence in many large markets. His relentless efforts had paid off. Through perseverance, creativity, and excellent management skills, Mr. Dat not only built a solid business, but also accumulated a vast fortune. He became a role model for many entrepreneurs, proving that with determination and the right strategy, any challenge can be overcome. With his resounding success, Mr. Dat not only focused on expanding his business, but also emphasized inspiring the younger generation. He regularly organized seminars to share his startup experiences and business management strategies, helping young people learn from both his failures and successes. He also established a fund to support young entrepreneurs in the construction industry, helping them overcome initial challenges and develop their careers. Mr. Dat believes that sharing knowledge and supporting the community will help society grow stronger while maintaining the sustainable values of his company. Thank you for listening patiently up to this point, and I would like to congratulate you on your listening, comprehension, and vocabulary skills improving every day. Along with that, your ability to concentrate has been and will gradually take shape. All the necessary abilities to succeed, whether in study or work, are thoroughly explored in each video I post. I wish you happy studying, and see you in the next videos.